Hi, we're back, G&J on Vacay. And for the first time ever, we're actually in Amsterdam. First time tourists, we've never been here before, so we're going to be looking at this through tourist eyes. And you can see how beautiful this is already. So we're really excited about it. We're going to try to show you the top things, as a tourist, the top things to do and see in Amsterdam. So let's get started at it. I think we're on the outskirts of the red light district, but it's a really cool old bridge called the St. Jansbrug Bridge. But it's a beautiful, cute little bridge. And then I think when you head over to the other side, we're basically almost touching the red light district. This looks like one of the oldest areas of Amsterdam, and it's just beautiful. This is a real cool little spot. Real old. This is one of the spots you've got to check out. The red light district. So now we're just off the red light district. Actually, maybe we're still in it. And we're standing in front of the oldest structure, I believe, in Amsterdam. This old church called, I think it's Oude Kerk. And you can go in, there's an entrance, and you can go in and take a look at it. Okay, we're now at Dam Square, which seems to be a real central spot within Amsterdam. You can see here, it looks like that's the palace. I know there's a mall around here somewhere. I think that's the mall right there. This is kind of a cool spot. There's things going on right now. There's people playing some music and there's people dancing, and it's really a central spot, and I'd say you got to come here if you come to Amsterdam. It's a must-do. You won't want to miss the Heineken brewery experience while you're in Amsterdam. You'll go on a tour of the old brewery, see the history of Heineken, see how the beer is made, and then there's some wild, cool experiences that you can have after that. And you do get some free beer. Make sure that you book online ahead of time. It fills up pretty quick. And I'd recommend that it's probably for the younger crowd, 20, 30, or 40-year-olds. But go have some fun and enjoy it. Right now we've made our way to the flower market that's right on a canal. I don't think it's called the Bloemenmarkt. And there's the beginning of it. And you can see that it makes its way all the way down. It's a real huge, I don't know if it's one of the largest there is, but it's a huge flower market with all kinds of bulbs and seeds. So we're gonna go take a real closer look at it, but it looks really cool. Man, this place smells like heaven. Wow, this smells nice. I mean, wow, this place is huge. It's got stall or boat after boat of all kinds of things. A lot, mainly bulbs and seeds and plants, but there's even fridge magnets here too. This market is the craziest thing. It's fantastic. It's gargantuan market. Albert Cuyp or Cuyp market. And I hear it's the largest outdoor market in Europe, and I believe it because this thing is just absolutely huge. Lots of great food, lots of things to buy, and it just seems to go on and on and on and on forever. We had some little pancakes and stroop waffles, and then you can get herring here too, so it's a must-do. You've got to come to this market. There's so many beautiful areas in Amsterdam, but probably none nicer than the Jordaan neighborhood. It's tucked inside central Amsterdam. It's got beautiful little narrow canals, trendy streets, little boutiques, cozy pubs, little eateries and bistros. We had a lovely lunch on a canal in the Jordaan District. So the Jordaan area, it's an absolute must-do when you're in Amsterdam. course, while we were in Amsterdam, we had accommodations. We stayed in the NH Collection Amsterdam Doelen, one of Amsterdam's oldest and most celebrated hotels. It was a beautiful hotel, great location on the banks of the Amstel River. Our room looked right out onto the river and the canals, so it was absolutely beautiful, loved it. We had breakfast in the morning where again you could look out onto the canal. It was wonderful. Some famous people have stayed in this hotel, from Queen Victoria to the Beatles to Rembrandt. The staff was absolutely fantastic there, so definitely recommend the NH Doelen in Amsterdam. We also had some wonderful meals there. We had lunch at the Brasserie Van Dam, which is a quaint little restaurant between the Museum District and Vondel Park. Had a wonderful lunch there. We also had some great meals. We'd recommend two restaurants that we went to. The Brasserie Van Speyk, which is Speyk. It is located near Central Station and not far from the Sengel Canal. The staff there was very engaging. The meals were absolutely wonderful there that we had. So can't say enough about that restaurant. And another restaurant we highly recommend is the Lobby Nesplein, which is located in the Hotel 5. It's on a quaint little street, not far from Dam Square. Beautiful little patio there where we had drinks before dinner, and the food was absolutely to die for. So highly recommend the Lobby Nesplein. Okay, now we're in Vondel Park. It's the largest park in Amsterdam. Over 10 million visitors per year, I was reading. This is just beautiful. It's a gorgeous park. We're here on a Saturday. It is packed with people. So definitely a must-do when you're in Amsterdam is to hit this place. Just go for a walk. We've been walking now for about half an hour. You just stroll and walk through the park. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a must-see when you come to Amsterdam. Cycling in Amsterdam is probably the most authentic way for any visitor or tourist to see the city. We got bikes and we actually rode out of Amsterdam. We took a ferry and we left the city and we biked out into the countryside, seeing dikes and fields, and the pathways for biking in the countryside were unbelievable. I could not believe it. We stopped in a small little wee village at a small pub and got a drink and got some snacks, and then we rode our way back into Amsterdam again. It's really ingrained in the psyche of the Dutch people, biking. Amsterdam is one of the most bike-friendly cities on the planet, so if you want a great way of seeing the city, seeing the countryside around Amsterdam, biking is the way to do it. I would definitely suggest getting a bike. The traditional food in Amsterdam is raw herring. It's served with pickles and onions. Give it a try. It's actually very, very good. This is true Amsterdam food. The way you're supposed to do it. Wow, there we go. The famous frites or fries in Amsterdam, and this one has got a sauté sauce and a mayo on it. So what's the mayo like? My God, those are good. Those are real good. Okay, give it a try. They're nice and salty. Really nice and salty, aren't they? Salty and tasty. Now that is good street food. Really good. Okay, we've got the most famous Amsterdam food, I think, for street food, bitterballen. And I think it's kind of a deep fried ball of, what, gravy? I think. So let's give it a try. I think it's going to be hot. With mustard. And let's see the inside of that. Yeah. It's kind of like a gravy, isn't it?
It's good served with beer.
All right, another Dutch food that you've just got to try. Bitterballen. Okay, we've got the, how do you pronounce this? Profitertjes. And it's just like a little pancake, and it's dusted with sugar. And it looks delicious. And then you melt butter on the top of it as well. And it looks, well, it looks great. And you're gonna have to try one and find out if it's any good. Holy.
Hot.
Nice and hot? It's another must-try street food. You've got to try this stuff. It's fantastic. Okay, now we've got more street food here at Albert Cuyp Market. It's an original stroopwafel from Rudy's. And whoa, that looks good. It's warm in her hand right now, so I guess we better get eating. Is that hot?
Yes, it's hot in my mouth.
Nice and warm? Stroopwafels, another must-try Amsterdam street food. So now we are at the Damrock, and this, I believe, is where all the big canal tour boats leave from. A canal cruise in Amsterdam is a great way to experience the iconic landscape, the history, and the culture of Amsterdam. We really recommend paying that extra amount. Make sure you have a live narrated tour. You'll learn lots of fascinating facts, and it's well worth it. There's lots of different canal cruises to take. Just find one that you like. We highly recommend doing it. It's an absolute must on any visit to Amsterdam. One of the favorite things we did in Amsterdam was go to Anne Frank House. It was an emotional and thought-provoking experience. There's a museum, but the secret back annex has been preserved to give an idea of what life was like for Anne and the families that she hid with. We were asked out of respect to not take videos or photos while in the annex, so we didn't. I can tell you though that tickets go real fast, so buy your tickets online ahead of time. I believe it's the first Tuesday of each month that tickets go on sale for the following month. We highly recommend the introductory program with your ticket, and it's definite. When you go to Amsterdam, a must-do, go to Anne Frank House. So there's a beautiful landscape property around the Rijks Museum. We're at the Rijks Museum right now, one of the most iconic museums, I think, in Europe, if not the world. Absolutely gorgeous architecture, just beautiful. Got the works of Rembrandt and Vermeer. I think Van Gogh's in here too. Sculptures, paintings, all kinds of cool stuff. So we're about to go in there, so let's go in, but this is going to be definitely one of the things you got to see. This Rijks Museum, it is got some of the coolest stuff. All the paintings and some of these carvings. Some of the carvings are like, wow, how the heck could anybody carve some of these things out of wood? It's just nuts. But wow, very impressive museum. So there you have it. Those are our top 12 things to do while you're in Amsterdam. We had a fantastic 3 days in Amsterdam. It's got to be one of the most beautiful cities we've ever been to. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know.